Good evening, guys, and welcome back to a Christmas Eve episode of the Journeyman Save. And if there is anyone in the chat there, can you let me know if you can see everything and that you can hear me? And then we'll be underway. And I think there are a few people in, and there's a couple of likes already. And if you are in, don't forget, give us a like, because it does help the channel to grow. You'd be surprised. Good evening, Tunkai. How are you doing, my friend? How are you, James? How are you, Michael? And Merry Christmas to all of you. And hopefully you've got lots of fun things planned for tomorrow. I am going to be streaming tomorrow with the Ipswich Save in the afternoon. Hey, Crash and Rock. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, my friend. And yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow with the Ipswich Save in the afternoon. If anybody does live alone, spending Christmas alone, then why not pop in and say hello? It's an experiment. I don't know how many people are going to turn up, but it'd be interesting to see how many people are actually on their own at Christmas. Okay, we have a busy schedule tonight. And we've got some tough fixtures. We have Leicester in the Premier League, who are in 17th, which should be okay. Then we have Chelsea in the Champions League quarter-final. And in between them, we have Aston Villa, who are in 14th. And then we have Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. It's Chelsea versus Newcastle tonight. And we'll see how we get on. I can't remember how we've got on against Chelsea so far. Just look for their fixtures. We lost to Chelsea by 1-0 in December, and that was one of the very few games that we've lost. Did we play them at the start of the season? No, I think we'll be playing them at the end of the season. Then will we? We might have to, yeah, we do have to play them. We play them 3 times in a row. We play the Premier League game after the FA Cup semi-final. Enough of Chelsea. And Chelsea again in the league. Yeah, it's just 4 out of the next 6 games are against Chelsea. I thought that FM were going to take that nonsense out, but obviously not. We're all set, and we're playing against Leicester, and I've rotated the team. And the reason I did that was we're just coming off an international break. And I'm just wondering to myself if it's the right thing to do to play the first team when they're coming off an international break. And I thought, okay, let's go out with a second string team. But we'll put Akim Gray in up top and see how he gets on. You think so, Crash Narok? Like, you guys are far more optimistic than I am. Leicester, yeah, we should be beating Leicester even with this team that we've got out. We just got to hope that I haven't made a poor decision here. We are currently top of the league. We are 5 points clear of Liverpool, who have just lost to Arsenal. So even if we lose against Leicester, it's not the end of the world. But I would like to win it. And the idea then is to have... Yeah, I want to play down the middle. The idea then is to have a fresh team for the Champions League quarter-final first leg. Gray, if we are ahead, we can take Gray off and replace him to rest him. So hopefully I've made the right decision here. A lot of players are not match fit. Tonali's very confused, feels himself should have been picked. What I will do, James, is as you will see in a minute, I've left it to the assistant manager, and he's made some decisions already prior to the game, so I will ask him again, and he's just added to it a little bit and tweaked it a little bit. Dewsbury Hall, I want to type mark. And I'm looking really for the playmakers. The boys with good vision, the boys who are going to be distributing the ball. And there's another one. So I'm going to type mark there too. Dewsbury Hall is always a problem in FM, so it's well worth taking him out of the game. We'll have a look at their striker as well, who's not very brave. He is quite strong, but not brave. He's likely to pull out and doesn't concentrate very well. So I think we will tight mark him and hard tackle him. Does he have a weaker foot? No, so we'll tight mark him and hard tackle him. So in the main, James, the answer to the question is, yes, I will leave it to the assistant, but I will add to it. So I'm looking for the playmakers, the players who will pass the ball around. And I'm looking for my players then to tight mark those players and make it difficult for them when they receive the ball. Okay, so team seemed quite happy at the end of all that. And I don't feel optimistic about this. I don't know about you guys. It's always a gamble when you rotate your team like this. But we shall see. I'm playing in a mid-block with a standard line because they play allegedly wing play. I don't know how correct that is. We shall see in a moment. But we're not taking any chances, so we're going to start with a standard line at least. And it doesn't look like wing play in the early stages, but that might settle down. And they certainly are attacking us up through the middle at the moment. They do have 3 midfielders, which does surprise me that they play a wing play style. And now looking more towards the flanks, might be that they were that's just balancing itself out now. And as you can see, it is. And maybe that will become more wing play than down the middle. Certainly looks more like control possession or a gegenpress they're playing at the moment. Which does suggest to me that I should have a higher line. But we'll see what this highlight brings. And it does suggest, though, I should be playing with a higher line, not with a standard line. We shall see. And you can see they are focusing down the middle. They have players available in the middle. And I am going to lift the line. And one of the reasons why I lift the line now is because they will have a choice. When it becomes more difficult for them to play in that area, they've got a choice now. And their choice will be to focus more down the flanks. And if I can get them to focus much more down the flanks and forget the middle, like is what is happening, then I'll drop the line back again. And then they won't be able to get back down the flanks. And hopefully they'll give up then, because they know I'm on to them. But certainly it does look like they're focused down the wings at the moment. So now is the time to go and drop the line again. It's like this little game of chess. We'll drop the line again and see if they go back to playing it more up the middle, which they have done. And primarily down the flanks, but they have increased it to down the middle a little bit. Good evening, Andy. I hope you are feeling better. It's good to see you. Rather niche, good to see you, mate. Merry Christmas and everything good this end. Hope all is well your end. And I can see Kwatongo is the main problem. Dewsbury Hall is not much of a problem. So what I might do is type mark Kwatongo as well, just to try and stop him being a bit of a problem. And we kind of took the momentum off them, but they do look to me like they are not playing wing play at the moment, or their manager is very sophisticated and he's able to change his system quite well. I think I'm going to go to a more balanced approach and try and pull them out and catch them on the break a little bit more. We are a counter-attacking team, and let's be a little bit more conservative and try and catch them on the break. If we are not attacking, it means they will attack, which will open up space for us. I'm going to take this play through the middle off. I don't think it's working, especially as they are strong down the middle. And if we are going to pull them out, we will make space down the flanks, just like this. And that's a penalty, referee, but it's not given. We don't get many of them, but well done, Landerson. Bajatic picks it up. Marcos. This is very much a reserve team. And a lovely pass from Wilson. And Kanate can't put it away. I hope you're feeling better, Andy. It's good to see you in here. And, yeah, lovely to see you back. You have been missed. And we can still win this, boys. They're very nervous. I don't know why. Probably because they are they are the second team, and perhaps they were expecting a little bit of a rollicking against a team like Leicester. But I've got to remember, Leicester want to win this. They're in a relegation battle, and I've just totally disrespected them and put my reserve team in. So, funnily enough, Andy, I have developed a little bit of a cough myself, which is not good. And this is confusing me because this is not the picture I would expect to see for a wing play. And if I had more highlights here, then I would probably see them playing down the middle a lot more than they are playing down the middle. And that's why I'm going to raise the line again. I'm just going to push the line up a little bit again because they are playing much more down the middle. And I can't afford to give them the space in the middle of the field. We just need to keep their wingers inside forwards quiet. And we are in behind them. Come on, cross across the box, and we still can't put it in. Oh boy. Is it going to be another draw? I just got an email. Who was that getting too much space for his crosses? This guy. So let's close him down then. I just got an email in the inbox that said we are 25 games unbeaten. One more will break the record of unbeaten games. So if we can do that, boys, it will be very, very nice. We will be 26 games unbeaten. Van is playing well until he goes and gives the ball away. And always a danger when you lose the ball on that right wing. It usually leads to a really dangerous goal chance. And here it is. And, well, good evening, Ben, and a very, very Merry Christmas to you. And like Andy, you have been seriously missed, my friend. And good to see you. Although we are not doing very well in our first game, 0-0 away at Leicester. But, I don't know, will I take a draw on this one? Go 6 points clear? Do I go more attacking at this point? Leicester's attacking threat isn't great. Do I take the risk and go more attacking? Probably not yet. Probably not yet. I'm giving away territory in the middle of the field. And I don't want to vacate positions. Oh, that was dreadful. Who was that? Baker. Some players are not having their greatest games. Some are very nervous. Like this is miles offside, surely. Oh boy, and that's the problem with the higher line. If they start pumping balls over the top. Leicester are playing like they're Barcelona at the moment. And I've got to do something about this. Van is tired, so Peterson can come on. Borger's on a yellow card, so it's probably good to get him off. Swap him over with Marcos. Wilson's playing well, and he's not too tired. Bajatic, Shazavari is very tired. I'm going to bring Ryan Caswell on for Shazavari. Put Dom Baker in the attacking one. Akim Gray needs to have a rest, so Musiala can come on. And then we have Landerson, who is not playing very well, unfortunately, or Dom Baker. So I'm going to put Landerson on a support duty. and Don Baker can come off and Karaoke can come on. And hopefully with those changes, that might be enough to swing the game. Let's get some first team players back on. Nathaniel Wilson's had a good game. We just haven't done enough though. 5 shots, 4 on target is good. And so for the last 15 minutes or so, they are definitely not playing wing play. For the last 15 minutes or so, I'm going to push the lines up. We're going to take a chance. And we are going to... I'm going to ask them to counter press, although I've got very tired boys in midfield. And we're going to go after this win. We're just going to go after this win now. Push the lines up and go for it. This does not look like wing play to me. It looks more like control possession or a gegenpress, but I haven't seen enough highlights to see if they're pressing high up the pitch. They may be using these corners of the box when the wingers get the ball. Yeah, they're using the edges of the box, not really wide. So maybe my wing backs need to close down a little bit more. Let's get the wing backs closing down a little bit more. And I'm going to go positive now. Let's try and get this goal, boys. Push Landerson up the pitch a little bit more now. Yeah, absolutely, Ben. Manchester United are in a mess. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But this is not the start I was wanting, although it will mean that we go 26 games unbeaten, which will be a club record. Come on, Musiala. One little dink into the box. Go on, Sam. Oh, nearly. Wilson hasn't had a bad game. Get it into the box. Nearly. What a chance. But Leicester have defended it well. It looks like a 0-0 to me. 4 minutes. Where are the 9 minutes of the last episode that we were getting? Why is it only 4 now? I think my error, I put out a weakened team. I just hope Leicester aren't going to get a last-minute goal. I put out a weakened team and focused on the Chelsea game. I just got to hope now that pays off. But the fact that Liverpool have lost is a good result. So I think we'll go 6 points clear. It's disappointing, I'll tell them. Because I think we're still going to go... Yeah, we are 6 points clear. Tottenham have a game in hand, but they are way behind. So it's Newcastle or Liverpool for the title. It's not the title that I really want, though. It's the Champions League, and we are about to play in the Champions League. And are you gonna have a go for Christmas Eve, Ben, at Manchester United all night? Are you? I mean, like, we beat Man City, but then everybody can beat Man City at the moment. And then I called it. I was in a chat. And in a thread, people were going nuts about United again. And I said, we'll probably go and lose at Bournemouth. And I think I said it on one of the streams. They just can't be consistent, and they'll win 1 week against a top team. I'm not really worried about Liverpool, because I think we'll play well against Liverpool. But then we'll probably play Ipswich and lose. It's a bit like the way I play Football Manager. But I should at least have a good full team out against Chelsea. Standard of refereeing in England is not good. What should I say? It's really lamentable. No, I just want to say I really don't agree. I just not going to attack the referees before the Champions League quarter-final. Manchester United lost. Liverpool lost. Chelsea, though, beat Sunderland. I just want to check. What team did Chelsea put out? Did they put out their first team? I think they put out a weakened team as well. So that's not. Is it worse to be City or United right now? I think it's probably just as bad for either one. But well, it is what it is. And we didn't deserve to beat Bournemouth. We were never at the races. And that's the mentality of Manchester United, that beat Manchester City and then we don't have to bother against Bournemouth. There we are. We've set the new record. 26 games unbeaten. Does kind of look good. 3 draws there. But then since then, it's been really good. I don't like the business end of the season. I really don't like it. Merry Christmas, Thailand, and I hope that you are going to have a really lovely time, and Christmas is going to be the best for you. Thank you for popping into the stream. We know Chelsea are good. The goalkeeper's command of the area isn't good, and their striker has only scored 7 times. So the goalkeeper, who's not also good at one-on-ones, he's not good in the air. I wonder if I should try something different at the beginning of this and go focus play down the flanks and hit early crosses. I wonder if I should do that. But if we're playing out of defence, does that counteract that a bit? I'll take that off and just put hit early crosses on, just to see if it's true about their goalkeepers. Good evening, Tunkai, and a very, very Merry Christmas to you. Got to the Champions League with Liverpool. Did you win it? Oh, you got the Champions League. Well done, mate. I'm just hoping that I might. I don't think I want to be positive against Chelsea. We're going to start balanced. And I do want to find out. I can't remember. Oh, wing play again, is it? And this time, we're going to be a mid-block, and we're going to be in a standard line. I take his word for that. Tottenham lost, which is good news. Everybody is struggling at the end of the season. My results are not good. 2-2 draw, 0-0 draw. Let's hope that against Chelsea, Peterson, Abagwehi, Davis, Tonali, Neves, Musiala, Karaoke, Graham, Wirtz. Can't agree more with that. But these two, I think, probably need to switch over. Can't agree more with that. What's the bench like? Van and Peterson, or Radcliffe, or Wilson can come onto the bench. For Liam, Wilson's not available, is he? Well, I'll have to play Moreno then on the bench, won't I? All of these are not, so let's put him back. It's because none of these are available. Kamalo got himself injured on international duty. He's out for a while. But I still think this might be written for him. This could be written. If we can stay in the competition, this could be written for Kumalo. This could be Kumalo's story. But we just got to stay in the competition against Chelsea. It's going to be tight. It's going to be hard. I think the league, I think we're comfortable. 6 points clear with 6 games to go. Some decent fixtures left. I think the league were okay. I think the FA Cup, Chelsea again, could go either way. No longer a weakness, no longer a weakness. And if it means it's improving. So we're not taking that off them. Badgertich, you're about to get more playing time. Don't worry about it, Sam. And you just played in the last game. What is your problem? So here we go then. Champions League. Chelsea in the first game. He wants me to play positive. Because we're at home, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be. And he wants to play a low block. Okay, I'll go with that. Although I am worried about pulling them towards us, but it will make us defensively more solid. Yeah, let's go with a mid-block, and I think the team is pretty cool. Let's go play Chelsea. I don't know who those boys are. So come on, Tonali, you wanted more game time. It's a Chelsea overdose. Yep, you're right, is beginning. And I'm going to tell them our home form is important. And we are in good form at home. We'll go to our couple of tired players, but really doesn't seem to make much difference. Colwell, Caicedo is probably a dangerous player. And Conor Gallagher, I don't really think I need to worry too much about him. Kai Havertz, definitely. And who is this guy? Oh, blimey. We definitely don't want my wing-backs closing down too much. I think Chelsea are going... I mean, I don't know. It could go either way. I'll be sad if we go out of the competition at this stage. But I still don't think that this Newcastle team we've put together is yet good enough to just say we're going to go on and win the Champions League. I think it's not quite there yet. Just not quite there yet. And especially at the back. Like Jesus, Abba, Marcos... I expected them to be developing a little bit more than they are. They're not quite the standard I was looking for. Attacking wise, we're very good. Sometimes, except that looked more like a pitch and wedge shot. Looks like a golf pitch, that. But there we go. I would love some likes for Christmas, Andy. That would be a really good Christmas gift, and we almost took the lead. Come on, boys, we've got this. Mexico, yeah, reckons you're doing a Mexico save, aren't you? I don't know, maybe if we win the Champions League this year, I'll go on and try and win the Pentagon Challenge, because I'll only have North America left, and we could go to Mexico, couldn't we? Get in! Knock him, Gray! He's given offside. That's a shame. Is it given or is he offside? I thought he was onside, but I wasn't particularly concentrating. Dele Alli. Yeah, I've heard actually that Dele Alli is superb in FM24. That's quite interesting. I've heard that on a forum somewhere. I can see that their focus is kind of down the flanks, and it's more focused in this area here. But they are trying, they're narrow, but they're trying to get behind us, if you know what I mean. And we have another chance. Go on, Peterson. Go on, Sam. Into the box it must be, and this time João Neves makes it 1-0. And we are on the way again. Hey, Max, Merry Christmas to you. I can't win the Champions League and it's 2051. But who are you playing with, Simon? Merry Christmas, by the way, Simon. It's hard keeping up with all these when you're trying to focus. But yeah, sorry I missed you earlier. Come on, boys, come on. Champions League or bust. This is... what a chance. What a chance. I thought that was going to be number 2. But we are 1-0 up. Chelsea have not really been in the game. Despite having all the possession, Chelsea have not bothered us really at all. Possession we're never going to get because we are a counter-attacking team and we do play at high tempo, which is going to result in turnovers a lot. But who wants possession when you have top-class strikers? Go on, Peterson, do him again. Florian Wirtz, that must be a corner, referee. And it's all Newcastle at the moment. If we can win this comfortably, takes the pressure off us. Chance headed over the crossbar. Still 1-0. Come on, boys. 2-0 before half-time. Playing with a Gibraltar club. Get it in there. Get in. Oh, another chance. Playing with a Gibraltar club, Team Europa. Lost 4 finals. Getting a Gibraltar club, though, to the Champions League final is good in itself. But, so I'd say well done on that. But, yeah, one of these days you're going to have to win it. And Chelsea have provided nothing in this game, which is quite surprising for this Chelsea team. Happy Christmas, Jamie. Welcome in. Good to see you again. But we are totally dominant now. Must be 2. It is 2. It's Karaoke. And Karaoke, I'm going to stop and have a look at Karaoke because I didn't realise what a good player he is. I just look at these mentals. They are, well, the word is they are mental. His composure, 16. Concentration, 16. 18 decisions. Flair, 17. Off the ball, 16. Vision is 15. Passing, 16. His first touch, 17. I had no idea he was that good a player. He is like, wow. So I think he needs to get the nod in a few games. He is a top class, and I had no idea. I haven't been playing him as a starter. He is such a good player, but I don't think he was that good last season. I think he's just developed out of nowhere. And seems like we've shut Chelsea out of the game completely. They are focused more down the flanks than they are through the middle. Is it wing play? Probably not. They're a bit too narrow to be playing wing play. A glass of wine. No, it's a glass of squash. Get in! Hakim Gray. We have made it 3-0. And that's what we wanted. So the decision to rest them has paid off. No beer for me. Not after the surgery. I'm going to wait. I will have some beers when I'm on holiday. But I probably will tomorrow is just another day. And Christmas when you're on your own isn't the same as when you're with family and kids and what have you. So for me, it's just another day. This is just a glass of squash just to keep the lips wet while I'm talking so much. Which, it's not easy to talk for 3 hours. You do. Oh, I thought we were going to make it 4. Thought I will, Dave. So I'm going to tell these boys, Peterson and Davis, not to shoot so often. They do get carried away. They do. They get carried away. And it would be better sometimes if they squared the ball. And they are looking to focus a little bit down our right-hand side. We have an attacking wing back down this side. But you can see all our attacks are coming down that attacking side. And Gray almost caught the goalkeeper out then. And I wonder, was it my decision to... We haven't seen many highlights. Was it my decision to hit early crosses that paid off? And that little tweak that I made just to hit early crosses because their goalkeeper wasn't good in the air. And I wonder if that's what's paid off. Or could be the low block. Either way, it doesn't really matter. And I don't think there's anything else we need to be focused on. They haven't created anything at all. So I think we just need to say, well done, let's go out there and do more of the same. And don't have a second half where you don't do anything. It's like 3-0 can just stay at 3-0 or it could end up 3-2. And that will not be acceptable. Will not. 15 shots and Chelsea have had 0 shots. And that... Getting to 3-2 would not be acceptable. 3-1, I'll go ballistic. 3-2, I'm going to sack the lot of them. Peterson's playing well down the right. Our Davis is playing well. Florian Wirtz is having a good game. They're playing well up top. And what I'm going to do, just in-game now, because it is kind of... petering out. I am going to get Wirtz and Musiala. No, it's too late because I'll be doing subs, won't I? That's a shame. I was going to get them to swap over. Get a little bit of movement going there. But might be down to substitutions now. So Mascherano can come in here. Actually, no, Badgertich is the one who needs to come in there. Musiala, not the greatest game he's ever had, but he's not playing too bad. You can notice we've got our first team goalkeeper back now. Beck. Beck did a very, very good job until the last game. And I'm going to give some of the younger boys a run out. I want to keep the wing backs on as long as I can, but they are tiring. So Van can come on. Might even put him on the left. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll put him on the left. And bring Moreno on the right. And then... I'm going to leave it at that for now. We're not that tired. Just change the wing backs. As if they definitely are now focusing down the flanks, and putting fresh wing backs on might help the cause. What I don't, 3-0 I'll take, but what I don't want is for Chelsea to come back into the game. And I'm not sure playing out of the back is the right thing to do in this tactic. because we really need to get it to these wing backs as fast as possible and get it into the box. Karaoke looking to get on the end of it, can't. Moreno has another chance to cross it in. Come on, get it into the box. How good is the goalkeeper? He's messed it up. The header over the bar. And that's that hit early crosses. It was a good idea. Are Chelsea going to get a goal with their first attempt? No, they're not. They still haven't had a shot. We have kept them very, very quiet. Neves is on a yellow card. So I need to tell Neves to stop tackling. Lovely cross into the box again. He can't get it on. Yes, he can. It's saved. It goes behind. No, it hit the post. And Chelsea have just gone into a wing play style. They've played right into my hands. We're not going to let them go around the back. And so their refusal to change means they've gone right into our hands. Go on, Van. Go on, Sam. Show us what you can do. Lovely pass to Neves into the box. There it is. It's 4-0. And we have destroyed Chelsea. And I just got to try and remember how I did this for the next game. We have absolutely destroyed Chelsea. What's that for? It's awarded. Have you seen how good Benjamin Cremashi? Who is Benjamin Cremashi? Who does he play for, reckons? Good evening, Blake. Good to see you here. Do you think attributes are different? Depends on the league. Absolutely. And you'll often hear me say, Blake, that you go when I'm looking at the team report, that you've got to bear in mind that this is a completely different league. So yes, the Premier League, according to FM, is the strongest league. So even though their team report will look really scary, you don't have to be scared. If you know what I mean. Those two, Neves and Wirtz. Landerson can come on there, and Wirtzy. Shall I give Ryan Caswell a run out or bring Musiala back? And give Canote a run out. Let's not do anything silly. Let's make sure we win this game. I think that's the Champions League quarter-final done. I'd like to think so. I don't think we have much to worry about in the other. And I'll happily give Chelsea the FA Cup semi-final if I get through to the semi-final of the Champions League. I will happily trade that. Any plans for tomorrow, Andy? I'm going to be just relaxing in the morning. And then I'm just going to be streaming in the afternoon with Ipswich. Probably watch a couple of movies then, later on. Depends what's on the old goggle box. Go on, Sam. Almost. We'd like to get 5. So what are you going to be doing, Andy? Family Christmas. What does that entail? I had a call from my girls in Vietnam. My 3 adopted girls in Vietnam and Taiwan today. That was really cool for an hour. They were having their Christmas party. It was actually already Christmas Day there. And so that was kind of fun. And so, yeah, we chatted for an hour, which was good. And so we have beaten Chelsea by 4-0. Champions League semi-final. Here we come. Very happy with the result and the way you played. And in the other game, Paris Saint-Germain, who we drew with. Oh no, we beat Paris Saint-Germain, didn't we? It was Barcelona we drew with. Parthenope is Roma, isn't it? I think. being with the kids would be nice for you, Andy. But what sort of company is going to make you work on Christmas Day? that's bonkers. Not even supermarkets are open on Christmas Day. It's bonkers. What about Boxing Day, though, Andy? Are you free Boxing Day? Let's rest these players. In fact, I don't even think if bus services are working on Christmas Day, are they? Ah, okay, that's why. Of course, people have to work in those situations. You might find me in there one day, Andy, in the not so distant future. I can't remember what my name is some days. Oh, he's a good player. He's 19 years old. He's an excellent player. I would like to buy him. Have I got any money? Yeah, I've got lots of money. The only problem is he's a winger. But he's a very, very good winger. I'm going to put him on this short list just in case we need to change the tactic at some point. He's a good winger. Karaoke. I mean, he is a very fine player. I had no idea how good he was. His mentals are insane. Seriously considering his future. What should I do? Should I he's quite an important player. I'll say yeah, let's give him some game time. I did reduce when he first complained, I went in and changed his thing to regular starter. So at the moment, his agreed playing time is regular starter, and he's actually playing as a regular starter. He didn't complain when I reduced it. So now at the moment, he's playing as he should be. But what I don't know, and you guys might be able to help, how many games, let's say 15 games. No, let's make it easier. Let's say 10 games. How many games should a regular starter play? I don't know. Is it 8? Is it 7? How many games should a star player play? 10, I guess. What about an important player? 8 or 9? How do you gauge that when you're playing this game? Command of the area is good in this case, so we want to make sure that that is turned off. Just work the ball into the box this time. I wonder if I should stay in this low block. Let's stay in the low block. 7 plays would be okay. Years to come, care homes will need PS5s. Probably will, Andy. FM25 running on all the TVs. For me in a season, a regular starter should have around 25 appearances. So that means he doesn't play in 13. Andy, they're playing wing play. Drop to a standard line. Okay, Grandad, let's get you to bed. I love it. You've got to have a sense of humour. Oh, Barcelona, Manchester City, Barcelona to win, and Real Madrid to win. Leicester, please do me a favour here. Yep, I got that right. Barcelona beat Manchester City comfortably in Real Madrid. Manchester United won, climbing up the table. But I don't think United are a threat now. I think we've seen off United. Yeah, Haaland is insane. Like, even though he's 33, if we go to the Premier League stats, we go to the stats for the Premier League and go to player, and most goals, Haaland has got 23, and then it's Akim Gray on 15. Haaland is still insane, even in the year 2033. Absolutely crazy. Shazzavari could be as good as Karaoke. Let's have a look at this. His mentals are getting there, but he's 23 years old now. He's never going to be as good as Karaoke, but he's not far off. Gotta be fair. Akim Gray, has he been in good form? No. Not been in great form. Nice to see him scoring again, though. I just want to have a quick look at the report. Check their not schedule. To check their set piece. Yeah, they are good at set pieces. So I want to focus on defending corners and defending free kicks. If they're good at it, let's try and nullify. We don't want to worry too much about our own. 13th, a win here would be very, very nice. We are at home. Landerson, Karaoke, Shazzavari, Wirtz and Kanote. They actually don't mind that, except for Verba. It's rotating the team again. I actually don't mind. The defence stays strong. And maybe Badgertich, because I've promised him some game time. And let's change the goalkeeper. Ramirez doesn't need a rest. Goalkeepers do not need a rest. He's just gone down. In the last game, he's gone down to 2.5 stars. I wonder if he's not achieving. He's not really achieving this season. Who's this Walcate? My assistant likes him. Santiago Borgia. What's his form? It's not great. He's not really stepped up to the plate. 6.6, 6.8, 6.6. He needs more game time, otherwise he's next to complain. So let's put him in instead of Jesus Abba. Guehi, who is the older one of the two. Let's move him on here and bring Jesus Abba back in. And then we'll have Marcos, Van. I'm going to play Van instead of Arwell Davis. Where did Arwell Davis go? There he is. And then Moreno, Marcos, Moscardo, Tonali. It's these two I don't want. Dom Baker, Ryan Caswell. Kamalo fit yet? 4 days. And Musiala. So we got Kanote and Wirtz playing up front. Positive? Yeah. I think it would be a good idea to hold a team meeting to give the players some words of encouragement. It's crucial to our title battle. Huh? With 6 games to go. Focus on the opportunity to write a new chapter in the club's history. This next match could go a long way. It's important that we realize our ambitions. It's probably that one, isn't it? I expect us to win and go a long way to realising our ambitions. Yeah, it's that one. Some of them are very hyped up with that. Merry Christmas, Nightcrawler. Welcome to the chat again. Always top left. I was kind of like... I just felt it was that one, that from what the assistant said. Often you have to make sure it fits in with what the board say as well. And so, the interesting thing is that the board have only given me a B in terms of performance. I'm like, what? A B? And the supporters gave me a B. We are now going into the semi-finals of the Champions League. We're in every other competition. We've won 3 trophies already. What do they expect? Is there something wrong with them? It's like, come on. They're all recovered and fit. So we have put this run together. 26 games. We have beaten the record. Aston Villa, Chelsea, Chelsea. It's the Chelsea show. But the Champions League, we have qualified now. It's this one. We might lose the Cup semi-final. And I might lose against Aston Villa. If I don't get this right, I might lose. And again, they're going to play wing play. So it should be... I'll go with the low block standard line. Seems to work at the moment. Let's get bodies behind the ball. Some boys are having... Wants to play him from a Volante to a DLP. It doesn't make sense. I know he wants to play as a DLP, but he's got to adapt. He's got to adapt. He was much better at it than he's actually showing at the moment. And his familiarity is poor. Can he play as the anchor? Yeah, he can. Let's put him in as the anchor. Bajcetic can play as the Volante on support. That'll make sense. He'd be happier doing it that way. Confused. Shaw Neves wanted to be picked. Well, I'm resting you, boy. There are big games coming up. I don't want you injured for those big games. And I'm just resting you from time to time. You'll be criticising me if you get injured and can't play in the European Champions League final. You donkey. Who's the boss round here? He needs a hard tackle. Because he ain't very well. Who is the man with the passing? 15-15. It's not him, it's him. Let's tight mark him as well. Has he got a weaker foot? No. Bendo, can I remember him? I think we probably need to hard tackle him and tight mark him. And then Rutter isn't really someone I should be worried about. We'll just leave that for the time being. And let's tell him again. Our home form is very important. And it's how we've put this run together. Come on, boys. Let's go beat Villa. Donkey. I've no idea what donkey is in Portuguese. I might have to learn that. Who would win in a boxing fight, Bernardo Silva or Putin? Who do you think? I've absolutely no idea. And Kanate has sneaked one in if he's not offside there. That was like... I don't think he was offside. I think Villa just left it. I think he was onside. He's disallowed, he was. That was close. Oh, come on. Yeah, they were probably just very, very close. And let that be a warning to Villa. Don't mess with the Newcastle low block. Oh, boys. Are these fullbacks on shooting duty again? Do not shoot. Just little passes across the box and let the forwards do their job. That's better. Just give it, feed it out, wait for the opportunity, pass to someone. Nice job. Oh, Bajcetic, not from there. Well, we've made the better start. Aston Villa actually haven't been in our half yet, looking at the graphs. Even though we're in a low block, defending, they haven't been in our half. Another chance. This is worrying with all these chances. Very, very worrying. Come on, Florian. On to the head of ABBA. Not like that, you won't. Come on, boys. 3 months, yeah, the Villa fan. I don't know whether I'm looking forward to it or not. I'm just going to wait until it arrives. Everything about FM25 is sheer speculation. Just all we can do is wait until it arrives. And then just make decisions on it then. Go on, boys. I find it really odd they've told us nothing about FM25. I find it really odd. And I don't know, my speculation on that is that it's not working and therefore they have nothing to tell us. Till they get it working. Come on, Shazavari, you've been wanting game time. Go on, penalty, ref. Looked like a penalty to me. Well, it actually didn't. It looked like Shazavari just knelt down. Then I'll take that. Come on, penalty awarded. It is. Yeah, we can only hope, the Villa fan, that it's worth it in the end. Oh, Wirtz has missed the penalty as well. This is obviously not going to be our day without a battle here. And Wirtz is on a 6.2 now, having missed the penalty. It doesn't like this. Is it going to be one of these where I'm going to have to battle for the one goal? Penalty, ref. Has he given a penalty? No, he's given offside. Like we're going to have to battle for just one goal when we totally destroy them. Or are they going to destroy us with one goal? Well, I don't think they've been in our half yet, even in this highlight. And this doesn't look like wing play to me either. This is like control possession that they're playing. It's very slow, patient, deliberate. Karaoke's in, world-class player, 1-0. And that is not going to be disallowed. Get in. And that is a perfect start. That's it. I told that boy Karaoke. I don't know where his attributes have come from. I don't think they were that good last year. He's just developed this year. Thinking of streaming? I'd come and watch you and support you, Tunkai. Of course I would. As long as it doesn't clash with my streams. Of course I can't come then, but of course I'd come and see your streams. Would be fun. I mean, I do go to Tony Jameson's streams. Not because he's extremely good at the game, but because it's entertaining for me and I get to be on the other side. So yeah, of course I would come to your streams. Be good to see how you do the lines, Tunkai. how that all works out for you. Because you've got to be so focused, and it's not easy to live stream, to play the game and be focused, and then to keep an eye on the chat, and it's not that easy. It's quite takes a bit of practice. Get in! Oh, what a chance, boys! What a chance. 8, only 3 on target. We need another goal, boys, before half time. I could never see the point of doing that blitzkrieg, but everybody plays the game their own way. I know it's frustrating, and you just got to take it on the chin, and if you're good enough, you'll win things, but you're going to lose football matches, and sometimes I don't like losing them. I like to win every game, as you guys know. I'm really cross when my team loses a game, but you just got to take it on the chin. Karaoke lost control of that then. Terrible. What I have seen is lots of goals from overhead kicks lately, but not one of them from my team. It would be nice if we could get a goal from an overhead kick. That was poor again. Who was that? That was Karaoke again, wasn't it? Was it him? No, it's Peterson. What's he doing up there? Oi, get back. You're a wing back. You're not a centre forward. Evening, Mercury. How are you, my friend? And no, I definitely would come and watch you and cheer you on, Tunkai. Why not? It's good fun for me to watch other people suffer. It's really funny when you watch other people suffer. I know what it feels like. We need this other goal. We need this second goal, boys. And I know that what you're going to find, Tunkai, is that the pressure on you is much higher because you've got real life human spectators. The pressure on you just goes through the roof to perform. And like with this Newcastle team, everybody expects and you've got to deliver it. The pressure is huge. Come on, boys. Passing has been shocking in the penalty area. Go on, Peterson. Lovely pass inside. Now, that's not it. They are defending extremely deep, aren't they? They're almost on their goal line. And that's why it's hard to break them down. They're almost on the goal line. Wirtz has recovered to a 6.8. He was on a 6.2 at one point. You were at the Newcastle-Leicester game, were you? Ah, fantastic. I can't remember the result of that. Was it 4-0? Yeah, I think it... Because I had Isaac in my fantasy football team. Yeah, it was 4-0, wasn't it? The only result I was disappointed with was Manchester City. Not because Manchester City lost, but because I had Morgan Rogers on the bench. Cost me 14 points. We've had a lot. We haven't. Things are going well, but I know you are capable of doing better. Just be you. The thing about streaming is not to try to be someone else. Just be who you are, and just be humble. Just be nice, and just be who you are, and then people will come to see it. It does take time. The first, I think, 3 that I did, I think I was by myself. Just talking to myself, but that's okay because it was good practice. Merry Christmas, Alan. How are you doing? Good to see you. I hope you have a really good day tomorrow. And it's good to see all you guys here Christmas Eve. It's really fun for me. Age 32. Nice one, Andy. Struggled with the pressure of streaming. There is a lot of pressure on me, Andy. Go on, son. Oh, what? The pressure's huge because, like, you've got to feel if I don't win the Champions League now, people are watching. And they're either going to just laugh at me, or they're going to be, oh, never mind. Just like all the sympathy coming in. But the disappointment factor is going to be huge. If we don't win the Champions League. You guys are coming in here to see if we can win the Champions League. We've already done the title and the FA Cup and all the rest of it. The Europa League, the whatever else is there. This is the big one. And we can't put Villa away at the moment. So I'm going to shout at them. This is not good enough. Come on. Especially the forwards. Canote is 6.5. You've got to be doing better, boys. And their goalkeeper needs to be doing a little bit better than that. Borgia's on a yellow card. So let's stop him from tackling. So here we are. It's substitution time. Look at this. 1 key pass. Oh, and the goalkeeper's got injured again. Come on, Ben Beck, you're back up again. You cannot do this to me, FM. You cannot injure my goalkeeper all the time. That is so not fair. Ben Beck is back. Ben Beck at the back. That is so not fair. We've just lost the goalkeeper for 6 weeks, and now we're going to lose him again. And it's not a short-term injury, is it? It's a long-term. So I think the Champions League hopes are gone. They're disappearing. Ben Beck did well for a few games, but then he kind of started making mistakes. He was a superstar in the first leg against Milan. Carioca! Yes, get in. That's the goal I wanted. 2-0. I've only got one goalkeeper, Krishnarok. I've got this 20-year-old Ben Beck who's rubbish. I don't want to say that too loud to him. But he's not particularly of a very high standard. But he did very, very well against AC Milan and in the games that followed. But just recently, before Ramirez came back, he was making a lot of mistakes. Now it's time for some substitutions. I'm going to keep the wing backs, apart from Peterson. I'm going to take Peterson off. But Van can keep going. Shazavari can keep going. Musiala is okay. Jesus, Abba probably can come off. Although Borgia is the one on the card, isn't he? So Abba and Marcos at the back. And then there's one more, isn't there? Bajcetic. Karaoke probably is the man who needs to be rested. Ryan Caswell. I believe in that boy, Caswell. Young 18-year-old. He just came from nowhere, caught my eye. And I've been trying to give him game time ever since. Just looks like a very good young prospect to me. Scored some lovely goals for an 18-year-old. Moreno, that's another golf shot. Can see their wing play clearly. But the standard line does its job. And also the low block is very, very useful to use in FM24. Just use the low block. It gets bodies behind the ball. Do I have any more? No. Just got to see this game out, boys. I'd like another goal. Just to tell Liverpool, don't ever write us off. Just because we get a draw at Leicester. What are Liverpool doing? Let's have a look. What are Liverpool up to today? Not playing, are they? Liverpool not playing. Man United 1-1 against Chelsea. City winning. Arsenal losing. Liverpool are not playing. So let's see this game out, boys. Don't think we need to do anything. Just stay in shape. Interesting that we're not really in shape. Should be more of a 4-4-2 when we're defending. So we're not really that in shape. I think after this game, I'm going to go and have a look at the chalkboard because I did want to sort out the Volante and the attacking mid on the left and separate them a little bit, and I'm hoping we've achieved that now. Lovely pass, Van. Landerson, he's going to hit it, isn't he? He does that, Landerson. Go on, across the box now. Oh, Bajcetic. That's why you're not getting regular game time. Bit speculative, that. 5 minutes, where did that come from? So it's going to be a 2-0 victory. That's what we want. 5 games to go, 6 points clear. And that's it. Game over. 2 for Karaoke. And another good win. So if Liverpool lose, we'll go 9 points clear with 5 to go. That should be good enough. That should be job done. And we need to find out what's happened to Ramirez. Oh, that's a bitter blow again. Ben Beck is going to have to do his business again. Who's this? Kamalo. Is he getting fit now? 3 days. 11 weeks. He's out for the season. I just think this game is like doing whatever it can to stop me winning. He's out for the rest of the season. I mean, we've pretty much played the second half of the season without him anyway. That is so unfair. I think that's got to mean our Champions League hopes are gone. There's no way we can win the Champions League with a goalkeeper who just isn't good enough. Yeah, I'm not even going to answer that question, being as you set me up. Yeah, now we're back to Chelsea. But that's a horrible blow. I mean, we're doing so well. We now have these 2 Chelsea games. This one, I think, is done and dusted. The question is, do I rest players for this one and then play the first team in this one? I guess I should rest players in the first one. Yeah, maybe they are trying. There've been a lot of, in real life, there've been a lot of goalkeeper injuries, and I wonder if they're just trying to mirror that. But you've got to remember, this isn't real life. This is FM. And taking my goalkeeper out when I'm trying to win the Champions League, that's not very nice. There are other players they could have taken out, even Akim Gray or Florian Wirtz. But my goalkeeper, I've only got one. That's... Do I want to shortlist him? Yes, I do. He is actually quite a good-looking centre-back. Drommel. So Liverpool are playing, are they, in this one? Sunday? Defeat for Liverpool. Come on, defeat for Liverpool. Oh, it's not going to show me. I know what about Chelsea. I don't need to do their reports again. Nope, they beat Everton 2-0, so they are keeping pace with me. 6 points clear, 5 games to go. You can buy him if he wants. We won't stand in its way. Say something nice about the manager. Oh boy, I think my Champions League dreams are over. Oh, I can't believe the game's done that. Just when I just got him back. And now the Chelsea marathon begins. I do know they're good at... Oh, penalties. Now, we don't need to do penalties. We're not going to... need penalties. I just need to know, should I play with a higher line? I'm going to play with a higher line because they weren't playing wing play. It was all across the pitch, and I'm going to hit early crosses as we were doing last time, and we're going to play in balance this time. And I am going to rotate the team, I think, if I can. So Musiala can come in here. Dom Baker's unregistered now. This is why I need my assistant to do the team for me. Because without him, I don't have a bench. He knows the rules about what is the B squad, whatever that is. Shazzavari, what's he want? He wants a new contract. Have I got any money? Yeah. But if I give him a new contract, they're all going to come in. I tell you what I'll do, because I'm such a nice bloke. Does he have any friends? Not really. He thinks the world of me, though. Actual playing time as a regular starter. Agreed playing time as squad player, but wants to be a regular starter. Get off. Guehi is a vital part of the team. So let's ask Guehi to do it. He might listen to him. He probably won't. But we might listen to him. Yeah, he didn't listen. So... end of the season. Yeah. We'll do it when I've got the budgets that I've got available. Change his actual playing time to match his expected. I've just done that on one of them. Let's go back to him. So Shazavari, he's actually playing more. His agreed playing time as a squad player. So he's actually playing more than a squad player. So I really don't want to move him up to regular starter. It's hard enough to manage this team without Harwell, Davis, Guehi, Abba, Tonali, Neves, Musiala, Carioca, Gray and Florian Wirtz. No problems with that at all. And by letting him do it, he will set my bench up for me. So, recent forms, a lot of negatives. That's because we've been playing a mid-block. And that's because we're playing a low block. That's the low block. Musiala's not passing the ball. Interesting. So now I can go, because the assistant knows of the B squad, I've got a full bench. But now I can go and change the team a little bit. Let's change those over. I'd rather have Musiala up top. I don't want this first team playing today. So Moscardo, the two new signings, Borja, they can come in. Van can come in on the left. We can put Jesus Abba on the bench. Tonali, Neves. Neves is going to want to play. I can't do anything about that, as is Wirtz. Carioca. He can continue. Is Kamalo fit yet? Not yet. Imminently returning to fitness, so we'll put him on the bench. Marcos, Landerson, Tonali, Walcati. Okay, I'll go with that team. That seems fair enough to me. Just rotate a couple of them. Some of them just want to play every game, and like, okay, if you get injured, it's not my fault. Yeah, nothing he's got here. Reduce the number of unhappy players. We don't have unhappy players. We've only got a few who are unhappy. He's two of them. Shazavari we've dealt with. Badjatic is a problem, but he's getting more game time now. And Don Baker, not much I could do about that. So we've only got... Ooh, Manchester City lost 7-0 to Barcelona. Sounds a bit realistic. So we have Barcelona, Real Madrid. And who's it going to be? It's going to be Newcastle. Chelsea are not going to beat us 4-0. No way are Chelsea going to beat us 4-0. I'm more worried they might beat me in the FA Cup. If they beat me tonight, 3-0, I'll be happy. Because we got a good chance then in the semi-final of the Cup. Kamalo can be playing. And Paris Court. It's going to be a tough semi-final, whichever way it goes. Oh, boy. No, we're not focusing play down the middle. We want to get the ball in the box from the flanks. Their goalkeeper, remember, is a bit suspect. Look at this front line. It's just awesome. Just need to be the same at the back. I think we have to focus on defence. If we don't win the Champions League, it's got to be defence is the focus for next season. Got to be stronger at the back. Recent praise is justified. Yes, why not tell them that? And tell them I've got faith in them. Do not be complacent. Don't go 2 goals down in the first 5 minutes. Which is why I've gone balanced low block, so that doesn't happen. But I do want to, of course, go and sort this nonsense out. And then we know Kai Havertz. They've changed their team a little bit. They are resting players, and Mudryk. Who's Flatley? He's decent. Don't want to be doing anything with him. He's very decent. Oh, Reece James. Let's type mark Reece James as well. So they have changed their team a little bit. But I think that we should get the better of them. I think looking at, I mean, we looked at AC Milan in terms of attributes last time. I think AC Milan was slightly better than we were in terms of our attributes. Chelsea are not slightly better than us. We are slightly better than Chelsea in terms of attributes, and especially up top. We are much better than Chelsea up top. And they have a very suspect goalkeeper, and I have a very suspect goalkeeper as well. So it's going to be interesting how this pans out. What we do know is I've lost my goalkeeper for the rest of the season. So you're going to do me with set pieces, FM, are you? Yep. So what do you do, guys? When you go a goal down like this, do you panic now? Oh no, they're gonna beat me 5-4. The game's just winding you up now, isn't it? Set pieces, that's how they're gonna beat me today. It's so funny. But they're also 100% down the middle, but that was a set piece. And I probably should have a higher line. I did start with a higher line, didn't I? Why can't my players do that? I've seen it so often now. But not from my players. So come on, boys. This is not acceptable. A defeat to Chelsea. Although, as I said, losing today is better than losing the FA Cup semi-final. So no harm done. If that happens. I just don't want to lose. I just don't want to lose and upset the winning streak. They've got 4 shots, 4 on target. And they definitely are not playing wing play. Although the high line has forced them outside a bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the line back and force them to play down the middle again. Because it might be that they don't want to play down the middle. I mean, they're not going to beat me 4-0. That's not going to happen. See, they're going up the middle again now. So the dropping the line forces them to play in a way that they don't want to. So once that gets higher than then we'll switch it back again. We just got to be very, very careful. Because if it goes to 3-0, anything could happen. But this is a good team. I haven't changed this team in any way. Well, a couple of minor changes. There's the wing play. Couple of minor changes, but nothing special. But it's okay, I don't mind losing this one, as long as it's not 5-0. And as long as we go through, it's okay. The game doesn't want me to win all 3. So we need to demand more. This is not good enough. And there's that free kick. There's that corner again. And here's the goal again. 2-0. Same routine. This one was offside, though. I got to figure out who it is who's taking those shots. Who it is on the edge of the box. It's Luquez, who's had 2. It's only 1, isn't it? So I still don't know who it is. It could be Havertz. But we're supposed to be marking Kai Havertz. But Luquez, I'm afraid we're going to have to type mark you now. Can't have this. Somebody, I've got to figure out who's taking those shots from the edge of the box. But this is a weak performance. Oh, my Lord. It's a good save. Aston Villa save. Newcastle came back from 3-0. It's almost heartbreaking, isn't it? It's just the game winding me up now. That's all that's happening. The game's winding me up with a better team. And the game's having a laugh. It likes to do that sometimes. And you just got to go along for the ride. Change some of your players who aren't playing very well. Give them an absolute rollicking. This isn't good enough. Absolutely unacceptable. They might wonder why it isn't good enough. Some of the players are playing really badly. Musiala, Wirtz, 2 top-class players who are having really shocking games. And will have to come off very soon. He's a good player, isn't he, Brahimi? Yeah. Doesn't concentrate very well, so I'm going to close him down. And some of these players need a rollicking. These boys, Wirtz, Musiala, João Neves, the best players in the team need an absolute rollicking. I nearly was going to say I'm quite angry, but we're only 1 behind. If you take a national job, yeah, I was thinking that, because I'm sure that I did that in FM23. I did take a national job, and I did keep my club job. So good that you you have found that out for sure, Mercury. Although, do I want to take on a national team as well as this nonsense? It's hard enough doing this. And there's no improvement. Wirtz is even going backwards. So let's get him off. Both of them. Really disappointed in both of those. Kamalo can come on for Wirtz. Switch those over. And make sure he's on shoot less often, which he is. And Kanate can come on for Gray. Who's he's better than Musiala. So Kanate for Musiala. It's Musiala who's having the really bad game. And Neves. Landerson for Neves. And Kanate for Musiala. Really poor performances, and that's what I'd actually tell them when they were coming off. Absolutely dreadful performance by you today, boys. Dreadful. Let's go positive, see if that helps. And let's put the Volante on attack. What I can see is they're not going to win 5-0 now. They might win 3-0, but they're not going to win 5-0. Let's go for a World Cup. Oh my God. We could do it, but if we win the Champions League this season, which I think now is highly unlikely. I was quite optimistic before my goalkeeper got injured again, but I think it's unlikely now. And I think then I would go for the Pentagon. That would be fun. Karaoke suddenly found himself tired. What is the matter with these boys? They keep saying, oh, I want more game time. And Akim Gray has had a poor game, but I don't have anyone I can put up there apart from him, and I don't even know who he is. I need to look after the wing backs. Van is tired. So Arwell Davis can come on. And Moreno for Peterson probably, but we'll just leave that for now. This is not what I wanted. My unbeaten record is going here. I need a draw, boys. Let's demand more again. I need a draw. But in a sense, losing 1-0 is a good result this time, because the game has exacted its revenge now, not in the cup semi-final. So winning this, coming from behind, would not be a very good result, actually. Drawing, I'll take. But winning it would be a poor result in terms of the upcoming semi-final. Oh, boys. And as you know, I do not like losing football matches. You will resign? No way, Tunkai. We'll do another season. Remember, I've only been at Newcastle. This is our first time in the Champions League. Can't expect to win it first time. Oh, Guehi, that's a brilliant turn. But nobody was there at the near post. Come on, boys. You're better than this. You're much better than this. Alright, okay. Let's shock them a little bit. Let's shock them a little bit. Let's just change it for the last 10 minutes or so. Their goalkeepers played much better, so let's work it into the box as well. We have played really badly, to be fair. But it just goes to show the quality of Chelsea is poor, because when we play well, they couldn't live with us, but we have played shockingly bad today, and they could only beat us 1-0. 2-0 maybe. Looked like a penalty to me, that. Just having kittens. We've been the better team, I would say. We just haven't scored. These numbskulls up front have been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. But I don't mind. I really don't mind. The one thing that nags at me is we've lost our unbeaten run. But losing this one gives us a better chance of winning the cup semi-final. So I really don't mind. But it's nagging on me. The unbeaten run has gone. I don't think we've done anything wrong. The lines were good. They're not good at the moment because I'm trying to put pressure on Chelsea. But initially the lines were really good. It was just a set piece. That's it. Full time. We've lost 1-0. But we are through. I can't be hard on them. We are through. We've got the job done. And Paris Saint-Germain have won 1-0. But it chokes me that our unbeaten run has gone. Can't win them all. You can't win them all. And I think we know who we've got in the next round, don't we? Yeah, we got Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final. Oh, my goodness me. That's going to make an interesting next episode. So let's go. I think we got Chelsea again, haven't we? Let's do this cup semi-final. That's I do 2 seasons with most teams. I like this journeyman save. I did it for as long as it took me to win the Champions League in that country. Like in South Africa, and it took me a season and a half. But in Curitiba in Brazil, I was 4 seasons. It took longer there. Rest the players. I don't want to go to a different country if I haven't won. I want to get that job done before I move on, and otherwise it gets very confusing for me. Where have I been? What do I need to do? Okay, so let's move on to Chelsea. Oh, we got someone different, have we, Chelsea? It'd be nice. Title race heads to the wire. 6 points with 5 games. We have Chelsea, Arsenal, Everton, Bournemouth, Wolves. Liverpool's running is slightly better than ours because of the Arsenal game, but they have a Tottenham game. But Arsenal I'm not worried about. It's Everton, Bournemouth and Wolves I'm worried about. Not Arsenal. And to be fair, I'm not worried about the title either. I want the Champions League. Oh, we got an FA Cup semi-final against Chelsea, and then we play Chelsea in the Premier League. When we just played Chelsea, and then 2 days ago we were playing Chelsea. This is bonkers. It's bonkers. I don't think that has ever happened in real life. Where we've had to play almost 4 times in a row. Penalties? Oh, it is a cup semi-final, isn't it? Good thinking. So this is it, the cup semi-final. And the good news is that it is good news because Chelsea beat us in the last one. So hopefully we will beat Chelsea in this one. The final will not be that difficult, I don't think. The final, if we look at who's in the other side, Brentford or Bournemouth. So get through this. That should be another trophy. Starting to miss home. He's been at Newcastle for how long? That is his home. He's been here for, like, God, 10 years. He's starting to miss home now. Oh, God. What are we going to say here? I've been unhappy in this country for a while now. And it's best for me and for my family if I was allowed to return home. What about if I let you have a couple of weeks off? Would a short break away from... That could be worth a go. Let's try. Oh, I don't have to suggest with him how long. Tonali given a leave of absence for 28 days. Well, I wasn't going to suggest 28 days. I was going to suggest 2 weeks. But that's got taken out of my hands. But at least Badgertit should be happier now. Because he's going to get some game time. Oh boy. I wasn't expecting that. That's funny. Right, come on, boys. This is important to us. Not quite sure about this. He's not taking this semi-final very seriously. Guehi, Davis, Peterson. Where's Peterson? We need to take this semi-final a little bit more seriously. Where is Peterson here? There he is. And then Badjatic and João Neves. Kariokovic, Kumalo, Kanate. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with that. Give the front line were really poor last time. And maybe they need a rest. Musiala, Caswell. Don't need Caswell now. Landerson. Borja. We need another wing back. And that will be, actually no, it'll be, we need two wing backs. Nathaniel Wilson. Borja. And we need one more midfielder. Yoro on for Walikati. But he's like, I can understand what the assistant is doing, but this is Chelsea. We can't afford to not take this seriously. Even though the cup is of no significance. They've set the initial budgets already, 8 million wages and 232 million. And oh my god, like we have to go on a spending spree again. That's early, they're setting the budgets. Because we've met all the expectations, I guess. They're all done. And everything's going well, so that's why they've done them early. Might come back to bite them on the bum if we start losing in the league. Tottenham lost 3-1. Manchester United lost 2-1. City lost 3-1. Beat Liverpool, they're all gone. Beat Chelsea and they're all gone. That's what we need to do. We need to beat Chelsea and then they're all gone. And Chelsea is our next opponent. Ah, boy. Are we at home? Yeah, let's go positive then. We'll stay in the low block. And we'll stay with the higher line. Go positive. I don't think we need to change anything. I'll take that off and go work the ball into the box. And I think that's all we need to do. We've got a good team out there. Kamalo, I need a big game from him. This is where his fairy story has to begin. Come on, Kamalo. This is your page. Write the script. Playing Chelsea back-to-back, so I want you to leave your mark here. We're playing Chelsea every game. So just leave your mark here. And Kai Havertz, of course. Mudryk, of course. This boy, of course. None of the others. I don't think we need to. Let's get out there, boys. Let's beat Chelsea. Chelsea must be getting old now because they've still got Colwill, Havertz. Although we are getting old as well, so we can't talk. We got lots of players 29 and 30. They must remove... I mean, I'm feeling homesick after 10 years. He can wait till the end of the season and then go home, couldn't he? And visit everyone and have a good time. He's not short of cash. I don't know. Does it happen in real life? I don't know if it does. That was poor. Who was that? Letting me down. Musiala is an interesting one. He's not very productive when it comes to creating chances. How can I get him to create more chances? We're absolutely bombing Chelsea again, as we did in the last game, but we lost 1-0 in the last game. Chelsea are totally down the left wing at the moment, but the high line is working. But you can see now they've reverted to pure wing play. It's pure wing play, and I guess I have to react to that. Pull that line back a bit. There's nothing coming up through the middle. But we've absolutely dominated proceedings. Nothing is happening, though, so I don't really have visual cues. But you can see there's absolutely nothing going through the middle. So they are trying to get behind us. And I can't allow that. Oh, boys, our passing is poor. We've gone into one of these bad phases against Chelsea, a team that we should really be beating quite comfortably, which we are, but we're just not doing the 4-0s on them anymore. There's nobody actually bothered us, and that's how it should be. We are a better team. I just hope the switch hasn't gone again. It's the wrong time for the switch to be pulled. Come on, boys. Let's get one goal and then we'll get a bit of confidence. And I don't know what happened there either. That's poor again. Is it rotation time? I've got to now forget about what the players want, and because they're just making twits of themselves, they're so tired. And just forget the players. Yeah, even the goalkeeper's making mistakes now. It's time to berate them. They're just not good enough. But this is another example. Chelsea, one shot, one goal. Which is what they did, in essence, in the last game. And it just does not make me happy. And it's just wing play. And Arwell Davis is not concentrating today. He's on a 7, but he just let him go. And this is the game has taken control again, hasn't it? The game's controlling things again. So we just go with what we go with. There's nothing wrong with the lines. They haven't done anything at all, Chelsea. So the game is controlling. I've lost control again. Oh no, not the switch at this time. The goalkeeper making a mistake, I can understand. He's rubbish. Let's see, but these passes don't make any sense. And this is the game taking control now. And it's the wrong time for the game to be taking control, and Kamalo's hit the post. But he was offside anyway. Do you like Five Guys? The burger lot. I mean, the sad thing is that when the game takes control like this, you're annihilating the opposition. And it's just so disheartening. It's just the switch. and immediately you see your team, they can't pass a football, that you know the switch has gone. And that's it. The game has taken control. And this is the wrong time, FM, for the switch, I'm afraid. The business end of the season. You might as well play your youth team at this point. Talking of youth team, we had a really bad youth intake. There was nothing there. Chelsea must think that they are kings of the world at the moment. They must love games against Newcastle. Does that mean I'm going to win the Premier League one then? Get knocked out of the Cup semi-final and win the Premier League because we beat Chelsea? Who knows? But there's not much I can do about this. I don't have control. And look at this. Let's berate them again. Yeah, once you see your players can't pass a football, that's it. The switch is gone. And then the shooting goes with it. They can't shoot to save their lives. You know then the switch is gone. And once that switch goes off, it doesn't. This doesn't matter anymore, because you ain't winning until the game decides to give you back some control. And people argue there isn't a switch. You can see the switch. Alright, Guehi. Shocking. Where is my... Landerson can come in there. Actually, Yoro can come in there. 6.6 for Peterson. Moreno can come on there. Carioca 6.5. Shazavari. Kamalo has been rubbish. Musiala. It's actually Kanote who is the worst. But let's get Gray on as well. And let's go for it. We've got nothing to lose. I don't think anything's going to happen. Because once the game's decided, that's it. Once it's taken control off you, that line of code is kicked in. And Chelsea, because they've gone attacking now, Chelsea will score again. Yeah, it could be. The dreaded unwilling to change tactics. Well, I have changed tactics. I have changed the way they are playing. But that, in the game's mind, that is not a change of tactic. Yeah, you see, we can't even score from 6 yards. So you know what's happened. And they have to argue this again and again and again. They take that switch out. That was over the line, wasn't it? Not given. Take the switch out. It's annoying. And I think it's akin to playing Monopoly with someone. And it's your go, and they say, no, you can't, you're doing too well, so you can't have a go for 5 goes. That's what it's doing, and that is cheating. You're doing too well, so you're not allowed to go for 5 goes. That's what it's doing. And if somebody did that to you when you're playing Monopoly, you'd probably punch them. But you can't punch this game when it does it to you. And it's ultimately why people talk about throwing their game out of the window. Jesus, Abba's poor as well. Everybody's poor. I don't think I can I? No. Let's berate them again. What the hell? It's just like the game does what the game is going to do. And if you are successful, it's going to throw the switch on you. And it's going to make you... It's going to make you think that... it's going to make you so frustrated. It's going to be horrid feeling. Yeah, I did tell you Chelsea would make it 2-0. I know the game too well. We've gone attacking, so the game thinks, okay, they've gone attacking, I can make it 2-0 now, despite the fact that Chelsea are a rubbish team. We'll make it 2-0. So we will win the league by winning against Chelsea in the Premier League now. This is what makes this game horrid. The game's deciding it for me. Because the switch is off, the game's deciding what happens for me. And I don't want the game to do that. I want to decide how the game ends up. But I have no input now. And the fact that we can't pass the ball, can't shoot, even though we are far the dominant team, we can't do anything. We'll get a consolation probably because we're attacking. But now, you see, we can't control the ball. We can't pass it. The switch is off. There's the consolation. And you want to break the computer. I know, it makes you feel nasty. It gives you a nasty, angry feeling inside. And they need to take it out because people don't deserve that. If you're playing well, then they don't have the right to stop you playing well. And it needs to be taken out, this switch. And I very much... Well, it's 2-1. I said we'd get a consolation. Let's encourage them this time. Different tack. Hi, Jossa, how are you doing? Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, losing to... I mean, it's like so hard to win games against bottom of the league teams this year. It's always been hard. But it's mental trying to win a game against a bottom of the league team in FM24. Can beat the Arsenals and Liverpools and Tottenhams easy. But try to beat the Leicesters and the Ipswich and the Crystal Palace. They're impossible. I thought he was going to give a pen, but of course it can't be a penalty for us. It's got to go the other way. Free kick for them. I mean, we're far the better team. Way much the better team. And the game has just been silly. It's taken control away from me. And of course, injuring my goalkeeper has caused a problem. My goalkeeper's on a 6.4. Well, he might as well be playing as a striker for what value he is. And that's the second time it's given my goalkeeper this year a long-term injury. So the game knows what it's doing. It's not going to happen this year. It will give me control back at some point, but when, who knows? And we're out of the cup semi-final because the game threw the switch. And that makes me angry. Makes me really angry that the game threw the switch in a cup semi-final. Oh well, we are out. And what's the bigger deal is, if we look at what we've done, We hammered Chelsea 4-0, then beat Aston Villa. It was comfortable. And then the 2 games against Chelsea where we've been much the better team, Chelsea have beaten us. And now what will happen is we will win the Premier League game, and that will pretty much win the title for us. That's what is going to happen. And that sucks. Even though I'll win the league, that sucks. Because I don't want the game to control it. I want me to control it. Okay, well, that's going to be it for tonight. A terrible note to finish on. But it is what it is. All that good work that we did earlier has been undone. But we're still in the Champions League. We're still in the title race. We could still win our 30th trophy of the save. But I'm not too happy with the game at the moment. They need to take that switch out. Get it out. You want to do the last Chelsea match? I don't think I do. I'm going to leave it to the next episode. I nearly said I need something to eat and I need something to drink. So we've got Chelsea again, Arsenal, and we've got Paris Saint-Germain first leg. We've got a busy episode next time. If I do it right, there'll be 5 games for each episode. So it's going to be the best one to finish at this point. I still think we're going to win the title. I think we could win the semi-final of the Champions League. It depends on whether the switch is at the time. Thanks, guys, for coming along. Don't forget, if you're bored and lonely tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming with Ipswich, probably around about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to stream for 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon with Ipswich. 12 o'clock lunchtime. So if you're around, nothing to do, come and join us there. We're having the same problems at Ipswich. Can't win away from home, but at least in Ipswich we're in 8th place when we're predicted to finish 20th. So hopefully Ipswich are going to do really well as well. I can do. Time do you want it? Like 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock, okay. Merry Christmas, Flinhee. Merry Christmas, Flinhee. Thanks for coming along tonight. 2 o'clock, okay. I'm going to go and have a nice cup of tea now. And, I don't know, maybe a sausage roll or something nice like that to eat. And we'll be back. I mean, this is just a blip. It's the switch has gone. As long as we beat Chelsea in the league. If we beat Chelsea in the league now, and the game will not have me lose 3 times against Chelsea. Doesn't do that. So it wants me to win the league and say bye-bye to the cup. Okay. And once we beat Chelsea there, we'll beat Arsenal. It's this that's the big one. We'll have won the league. So we'll see you tomorrow for Ipswich, and we'll see you, if you're around, I'll be doing Boxing Day for this one. So thanks for coming, guys, and don't forget to leave a like before you leave if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you on Thursday. Take care, and be safe. Have a great day tomorrow, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a great time.